Hi, Martin here. I got myself a fuel injector tester cleaner with a separate ultrasonic bath, and been wanting one of these for a while. This particular one can do up to 6 injectors at one time, and the reason I wanted this is I like testing out different injectors and seeing the different spray patterns, and this way I can actually see which ones put out more or less fuel and watch the spray patterns in the tubes as we're testing them. And I'm going to show you here. I'm going to do the unboxing of it so you can see what you would expect to get if you should order one of these. And I'm going to show you all the accessories, and we're going to set this up and get it ready for using this. All right, let's get started. All right. Starts off with the owner's manual right there. Looks like it comes very well packed. One note, this thing is not light. You may want to just cut it out of the box. And here's all your attachments. That's one of the selling points for me, was all the attachments it comes with, like almost everything imaginable. There's the rail. We take it that this is the ultrasonic bath part of it. Nope. Power transformer. This looks like the bath. Yep. There's the bath. Okay. Wow, this thing is actually really big. All right, it's looking pretty cool. All right, I'll get this put up on the workbench and we'll get a good look at it. This is definitely a lot bigger than I kind of expected it to be. Not that that's a bad thing. But I am going to probably build a cart or purchase one where I can put this and the ultrasonic bath on and move it about the shop. Unless you got a separate workspace for this set up, I'm out of real estate. Really, I got to work here. I can't be having this sitting here all the time. Especially I want to put it somewhere where I can keep it clean. Probably even build a cover for this. Now I did a measurement on this. The whole thing here from one side to the other is 25 5/8 inches wide, and it's 20.5 inches deep. So keep that in mind. If you're ordering one of these, how much bench space you're going to need, or how big of a cart you're going to need to put this on. So I'll be getting something here real quick, because it certainly can't live here on this bench, as it's hanging over 4 inches right now. I don't much care for that. It says it's the power transformer. I don't quite understand what that's for. If all else fails, read the user's manual, right? It has a power cord for each unit, one for the ultrasonic bath and one for the cleaner. So I don't understand quite what the transformer is, unless some kind of power converter if you're at in a foreign country with, foreign to the US, where you got 220 volts at the outlet instead of 110 like we do. Because this looks like it plugs straight into the wall to me. Well, enough about this. We'll get the rest of this going and then see what happens. I figured it out. All right, what it is with this power transformer here, it's taken 110 volts we have here in the States and converting it to 220. And why do we need 220? Well, I think it's kind of dumb, but the ultrasonic bath actually requires 220 volts. Why they didn't just make it 110? I mean, the cleaner tester is 110 volts, and the plug that comes with the ultrasonic bath looks like a typical 110, but right on the side of that ultrasonic bath, right there, it'll tell you that it's 220 volts, even though, the 110 cord that comes with it will plug into it. Now, I have not tried to plug it into 110 because it shouldn't work. Okay, so you plug that in there, and when you're first looking at this power transformer here, that plug right there doesn't look familiar at all. I mean, that looks very, foreign or alien to me. I'm like, what the hell? But this plug does plug in there, just like that. Now you plug this end in to the wall, and this is converting the 110 volts at our outlets to 220 volts to the ultrasonic bath, and that's how it works. So I did actually test the voltage coming out of this, and it was right at 250 volts. So don't go sticking your fingers in there. All right, for one, it comes with the funnel, but look how well it made the trip, and it's very cheap, and I mean, it's a piece of junk funnel, okay? All right, we got our fuel rail right here, and I got the line right here. You're going to attach this fuel line to this fitting right here using a 15mm wrench to secure this. Spin that on first. You do not need any Teflon tape there because it is a like a compression type fitting. Just like that. That should be ready to go. Take your fuel rail, attach it just like that, just like a typical air hose compressor type fitting. Then you got your connector here. It's going to attach to the top here, and this is to attach to all your fuel injectors. Put that on there. And then it comes with these two pieces of, they're pieces of all thread with these finger tight nuts. They go in the top right up here. And if that one's going in there good. There we go. That one there's giving me a little trouble getting started. Not a good sign. Thread does look a little boogered up right there. Okay, I had to run a dye over this to clean up the threads. So now it works fine. Okay. Let's get over there like that. Okay. Injectors go in here. We've got to put our fittings in here for the appropriate injector. Here are all the fittings that it comes with. Comes with quite a few. I already got some of them installed, like these ones that go in the bottom of the injectors. I got those put in right now. And they go right there. Comes with two different sizes of those. And then these other leads must be for different type of injectors where this type of plug would not go into the injector. These do fit both the EV6, like this type of connector here, and the EV1 of this one right here. In fact, it fits this one really well. So for your smaller type of connectors, you would use these, like pushing that blade into the negative side, and then this female terminal onto your fuel injector. It comes with more than enough of those. So I was really impressed with as far as many fittings it does come with. And here's the ultrasonic bath. I got it set up just with the injectors in there. I don't have the fluid in there yet. And then you would hook all your electrical connections to each one of those injectors, and then turn on your ultrasonic bath and this unit to pulsate the injectors. And you do that for approximately 10 minutes. The fittings that come with this in the rail are too small for the injectors. I'm going to be testing these are probably for perhaps a motorcycle or something like that. This does support some motorcycles. I'll put a list of that in the description below. Now these come in hair finger tight, so don't, they do need to be tightened before you use this. And I'm going to switch these out so they fit the Bosch Type 3s and Type 1s and a lot of other injectors as well as the Denzos. I'm not going to put any thread sealant on them as of right now. Aluminum generally does seal pretty good to itself. I'm just going to give that a try, and if it does leak, then I'll end up using some kind of thread sealant. We're not going to actually get this fired up today in this video. I'll do that in the next one when I actually get the fuel injector test liquid. Now before you actually install your injectors into that rail, apply a small amount of oil on the O-rings or Vaseline, something like that, some kind of lubricant. Motor oil would work well. And then you're going to do the same to this bottom O-ring, and then there's the fitting that goes in there. Like that. Do that to all 6, and then we're ready to install this rail on here. Now when it comes to installing these fittings here, I would actually suggest you put those on first, then install the injectors in the rail. It does make it a little bit easier. Now plug in your electrical connectors here. I got the display turned on. I'm not going to run it at all. I don't have any test fluid in it. I will do that in the next video. And then you got your, you can suspend it, you got your stop, and you can drain your tubes then. These will fill up, or you could probably hit the drain and let them drain as you're running the injectors. Looking forward to getting this going. And I would actually check out the manual. There are some good helpful hints in there, you know, as far as what type of fluid to use, some do's and don'ts. Even though it is somewhat vague, yeah, like what that transformer is for, about like where to add the fluid and stuff like that. But definitely go through this before you fire this thing up. All right, I got the ultrasonic fluid and the test fluid ordered for this, so in the next video I will show you that. And if you enjoyed this video, I appreciate the thumbs up. That really helps out the channel a lot. And if you've never subscribed to me before, please hit that subscribe button right down there and that little bell symbol right next to it. That way you get notifications of my upcoming videos. And I'm also an Amazon affiliate. Please check out the description down below where you'll see Amazon links, and you can do all your Amazon shopping through one of those links, and that helps out the channel financially. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you on the next one.